Are you a single mom that's stressed out and annoyed about having to take care of your kid or kids on your own and you're not getting the child support that you should be receiving? Then this video is for you. There are so many moms out there that are owed thousands of dollars in child support. I myself am one of them. And a lot of moms have just given up because they just feel like they're not going to get paid what they should be paid. And the dad is going to do whatever he can do to escape child support because nowadays a lot of men try to do any and everything they can do to keep from being held accountable when it comes to taking care of the kids that they helped create. Why it's like that, I don't know. It is so many men that are furious about having to pay child support, furious about the fact that they created a child that they're expected to help take care of. And so, if you're a mom that's been dealing with that, I wanted to drop you some tips and knowledge on what to do without having an attorney. These are some actionable steps that you can take today to get your case moving in the court system. First and foremost, you want to file a child support case with the Attorney General. So, you will get on the Attorney General website and create you a case. That is the number one step because if there is no case, there is no child support. So after you file your case with the Attorney General, if the dad misses at least two payments, then you can move to filing enforcement with the court. I personally have a child support case where I'm owed almost $23,000. And so I've just moved into this phase of enforcement because I was one of those moms that was like, I'm not going to get anything. Like, what's the point? But I filed anyway, mainly out of being upset that the dad was okay with me taking on the struggle of having to take care of a child on my own. I went through this twice. I was in an interracial marriage where I had two kids. That turned out completely different. In this case, being with a white man versus being with a black man, two totally different playing fields. I'll get into that in a story time, maybe at some point on the channel. But in the interracial relationship, the dad never was ordered to pay any child support. I took care of kids on my own, never got anything. This case is different. We are the same race, and so it's been handled with more care, I guess that you could say, in a big way. So I've just recently filed for enforcement, which to do that, you can simply go online to the texaslawlibrary.com and get the enforcement paperwork. Now we have ChatGPT, so you can literally have ChatGPT guide you through the steps to take and how to fill out your court paperwork, and you can e-file it online as well. You don't even have to go to the courthouse. You can literally do all of this today on your computer. So to file for enforcement, you'll go to the Texas Law Library, get the paperwork, the enforcement paperwork, fill it out, e-file it, and boom. Also, along with that, you can file for a constable to serve the other party because if the other party is not served, then nothing moves forward. My kid's dad is a serial child support evader, so he doesn't get anything in his name. He just lives on people and it's just really a bum, honestly. He just lives on other people, and so he makes it to where he's hard to track. So I hop on truthfinder.com, get the information, and get that last address that is known. You want to file a motion to have him served with a constable, and so you enter whatever you know his last known address to be. And if you're not able to pay court costs, you can fill out an inability form as well. These are all documents you can get on the law library website. Fill out your inability to pay, fill out a motion to have him served, get that last known address to put on your paperwork so that the constable knows where to serve him, and then along with that, you file for enforcement. So he will get served those papers. After you file for enforcement, the other party will have 20 days to respond. So they have 20 days to answer back. And in a lot of cases, like my cases, the other party just didn't respond. So whichever way that goes, after the 20 days is up, then you, assuming that you're doing this on your own without an attorney, after that 20 days is up, you call your district attorney's office and you ask them if you can get a court date. After that, they will send you court dates. You pick your court date and then boom, you have a court date. And if the party doesn't answer to the paperwork that they were served, then you automatically will get a default judgment. So then you just need to go to your court date, show up with your documents, your child support order, proof of non-payment, and any other paperwork that you may have to show that this person is just willfully not paying child support. It's important that moms do not give up on fighting for your kids essentially, because it's very hard to be a single mom. And I personally feel like any parent that abandons their child and refuses to financially support them, I feel like there should be major consequences for that, more than just simply child support, because you can't count on child support to do anything for you, and that system moves extremely slow. That's why it's important to actually move your case through the court system. And since you're able to do that yourself, it only makes sense to do it and get what you're owed. These men need to be held more accountable for not taking care of their kids. No mom should have to deal with the mental stress and anguish that comes along with having to always figure out how to financially provide for your kids. Kids are extremely expensive. Us as parents, we would like for our kids to be in extracurricular activities. We want to be able to buy them nice things, nice clothes, nice shoes, gifts, whatever it may be. So we shouldn't have to stress out about how we're going to financially provide for them and then deal with depression and all of those things that come with not being able to take care of our kid in our household the way we want to. So don't give up on your kids. Don't give up on holding the other party accountable if they have left you with the kids and left you with that financial burden. Definitely get online, start doing your research, and do what needs to be done so that you can get what you're owed. It's definitely not going to happen overnight, and it can take years to get what you're owed, especially if the other party refuses to work, like a lot of men choose to do. And there's a lot of narcissistic men who choose to just willfully not pay just out of spite because they feel like you're using the money on whatever you want to use it on and you're not taking care of the kids, whatever excuse it may be. There's just a lot of men that intentionally try to burden you with taking care of the kids on your own. And that is so sad, because it's like, why would someone have to work that hard just to get the other party to take care of their responsibility? It is not fair, and it is mentally draining. Like I said, I went through it with an ex-husband as well as another man that I thought was an amazing guy. But then whenever I get pregnant, he's nowhere to be found and refusing to work. And I let it go for about 3 years. I let it go, and then one day I was like, no, I am fixing to start calling this child support office, start giving them information. I'm going to start finding information, and I am going to have him held accountable. Even if he doesn't pay a dime, then I feel like there still needs to be consequences for abandoning a child. So if you're a single mom and you've been dealing with the stresses of not getting child support, do what you need to do, because you need to take care of your responsibility as a parent as well, and fight for your kids and fight for what you're owed. Just don't give up because you're not seeing anything now, or because you think that there is nothing that can be done to hold the other party accountable, because there are things that can be done, and you're basically just creating a paper trail. You never know what will happen in life that will cause you to get that money that you're due. You know, that man can hit the lottery, he can get into a relationship where the woman wants to be with him so bad she's willing to pay off that child support, which I pray happens in my case. Like, somebody pay this bill. But I'm going to continue to fight for mine and get everything that I'm owed. Our kids deserve that, and we deserve that. So feel free to ask me questions in the comments. I will help you out as much as I can. I've helped out a lot of women navigate through the court system, because it is something that I've had to deal with for a long period of my life, fighting after my divorce and having to fight for another child that I've had since being divorced. So feel free to ask me questions in the comments. I will attach as many links as I can, links to Truth Finder, where you can do a background check, as well as any other links that I think will be helpful for you to navigate through this process. But don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on your kids. Hold these men accountable. You deserve it. Your kids deserve it. Until next time, peace.